Better stand tall and keep your chin up. Black man, lead by demonstration, lift your friends up. Black man, move from the heart and get your mind right. Black man, made lemonade out of limelight. Turn the execution to a revolution. We don't want your pity, we want retribution. We don't need excuses, we need new solutions.
That's right.
Hey, split the pie with my niggas, split the pie with the fans, split the pie with my pops, still had pie in the pan. Shit, I would give you 5, but I got pie on my. Come on.
Peace. I got another good brother in the building with me today, man. Everybody know him as Scooter, and I'm acknowledging, you feel me, how his mom acknowledging Ronnie, man.
Ronnie Headen, yup.
Come on, man. Hey, look, first thing I always do, or just in general, just all my peoples. Dude, do you know how big of an impact you had on me in high school, dude? When listen, I'm not to cut you off, bro. I remember you wearing me looking on the other side on the field, because you know back in the day, Jackson High, we had split practice. Well, yeah, freshman on this side, JV or blah blah blah, and then varsity. And I'm watching you, dude. No homo, bro. You probably back in high school. For me, you had the physique of like yo NFL player. I'm looking at you like, damn, like this is what athletes.
You know what? It's funny thing is, like looking back at those pictures, man. It's like I was little as hell. I was cut up, but I was little. I was like 174,
but moving like a monk. You feel me? Moving.
I just ran hard, but yeah, I was like 174, but I felt like I was like 220. I wish I could get back to that.
I'm not saying, and then that backfield was loaded. What you had? You,
Chubb, it was Chris
Jackson.
No, it was Tyler Thomas. He ran a 4.27, 4.3. Chug ran a 4.4. I ran a high 4.4, low 4.5. Then we had Chris Jackson behind us.
And he was a junior at the time.
He was a junior. We had Chris Jackson behind us. We had Chris Galloway, Eric Berry. He could run the ball. We were straight, man. I wish we could have kept Ryan Kendall, though. That was my dog, man.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, he was something different.
Who was y'all quarterback?
Sean Cadell.
Oh, yeah. And then y'all had the biggest at D tackle, Big Keys.
We had Keyser. I mean, our defensive line was crazy when you think about it. You had Big Keyser, Marquise Powell, my dog, Daryl Stinson. You had Law.
Yeah.
Bronson. Just them alone,
man. That's what I'm saying. Just them alone.
Crazy. Like you would think, like they like them all 5-star athletes for real. It's just the recognition and Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the programming part.
And I was gonna speak on that because athletes like yourself, or I think a lot of top athletes, just get mixed up in the wrong system. The wing tee.
Yeah,
I think
that wing team hurt a lot of us, but I'll say like Jackson High's gotten better about it.
Way better.
But like they need to prepare kids for like college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know the first thing about getting into college. You know what I'm saying? Or you know the academic clearinghouse and stuff like that. Like I ain't know anything about it. And
cause you ended up going to North Dakota.
Yeah, I went all the way to North Dakota.
Ooh.
And that was a JUCO. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I went all to North Dakota. It was an experience though. I met people I was still cool with. You know.
How much of a culture shock was that for you?
Not really. I mean, cause Jackson, we so diverse here. So like, being around white people is nothing new to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, for me, it was just normal. And then like, the football players hung out with the football players, and then the basketball team was black, believe it or not.
All black in North Dakota.
Yeah, because I try to get on the basketball team there, and the coach wasn't fucking with me.
Damn.
But yeah, the coach wasn't messing with me on that. But I was killing the basketball players there.
Right.
And he wasn't having it though. But it was straight. It was straight there. It wasn't bad. I just got homesick. Being all the way in North Dakota.
Man, it ain't. It's probably not too much going on outside the college.
No, all you got is Walmart. That was it. Because like the campus was the town. It was Washington, North Dakota.
Right.
And it was just that was the whole town, the campus, and then you had Walmart, and that was it. Call it Wally World. Wally World, and that's it. So yeah.
Now, was you being homesick the reason you came back, or was there an ultimate reason?
So I got homesick, but like Keyser, he was at College DuPage in Illinois. He hit me up. He like, bro, come here. it's closer to home. You know, it's 4 hours away from home.
Yeah.
And it's one of the top JUCOs in the nation. You know what I'm saying? Or at least in the Midwest or whatever. So he was like, "Come here, bro. You get right on the team. I already told the coaches about you, whatever." And I was like, "All right, bet." So I went there, and exactly what he said. I was supposed to be playing and got the spring ball and stuff, and then just finances. Like I didn't realize because I had to pay for nothing at North Dakota.
Right.
Because I had free room and board and all that stuff, and then in Illinois, at DuPage, like the DuPage County is like one of the wealthier counties around, and then like the rent is like $1,200 for a 3-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So you're thinking about 4 kids that doesn't work, they're just going to school and playing football, like, you know what I'm saying, without no real side hustles at the time. You know, trying to stay out of trouble, like $1,200, you know, that you gotta scrap for that shit. So it just fell through. It just fell through, and I just came back home. You know what I'm saying, and then work.
Right. Now, what type of like mental state was you when you came back home? Was you like, did you feel like I let my peoples down, or you like this is a reset for me?
No, I think for me it was I don't think I feel like I let my people down, because I didn't. My family did good by not making me feel like it was all on my shoulders for them. You know what I'm saying? It was just about me. So I feel like I let myself down, and I feel like I could have done better. You know, but when I got back home, though, I got to small depression. I don't want to say a small depression. It was a real one. You know, like I just went. I tried to go to JCC and play basketball there, but I had to go to school first. So I was trying to get my classes. Then my classes, they didn't. My financial aid didn't clear, or something like that. So then that was another blow. Like, man, I'm about to do some bull now, because like I ain't going to school. I'm trying to play sports still, and I was just like, I was in a bad place for a minute, you know. But like even when I was back, you know, I still kept in contact with Keezer, and you know, he was a good friend at the time. We just hung out, him, Rah, kicked it with them for a minute, you know, Chug, T-Pat here and there, you know, just my core friends that I kicked it with. And then, you know, and I went to the center and hooped every day. And worked out with Q. You know what I'm saying? So that
get you out that slump real quick.
You know, then like I was still in the, you know, hiding it, but still smiling in front of everybody.
Right.
And you know, my wife now told me she was pregnant. And that changed my world forever.
So I was about to say, the first child got you all the way out that slump.
Yeah, it took me like straight out, because it gave me a purpose.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was like a little lost for a second, but like I'm always, because my dad, he was a good man. You know what I'm saying? He is a good man, still is.
Right.
And he still helped me to this day with little stuff like yesterday. I had to change a light switch out in the crib. And I was like worried about electrocuting myself, because I don't mess with that type of stuff really. And I called him, and he's like, FaceTime me real quick. And I FaceTime him. He's like, you do this, this, and this. And I was like, all right, cool. So he still helped me to this day. And I'm like him, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so easy for me to be a father. Because I have a good one. So when Niera told me she was pregnant with Ronnie, or Lil Scoot, everybody know him as Lil Scoot.
Right.
When I knew about that, like everything changed for me, like everything.
That's good. And now thing, I want you to rewind back, because like you just said, your wife now, since I met you, this is the only person I've ever seen you around like on that level. How do you keep something like that so strong for so long? No.
Well, you know, like me and Niera, we went 5 years without being together, like after school. You know what I'm saying? I had my mistakes. She did her own thing, and like we went 5 years without being together, and we got to become different people. You know, because we were young. I was 21 and she was 19 when I was 20 when she told me, but I was turning 21 when like by the time school got here. So I was 21, she was 19, and we were kids. 21, like you're not an adult until like 26.
Right. Yeah, about 25. I say that kick in.
But like, we were kids, bro, and like, we didn't know. We was trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I had an idea how I wanted to raise my son. She had an idea how she wanted to raise, and we just didn't see everything eye to eye.
Right.
You know, as kids, and you know, things happened, and then we parted ways for about 5 years. You know, she did her thing, I did mine. I got in a couple other relationships, and you know, we just figuring ourselves out. And then I'm the one that came back and was like,
he had to spit it.
But I was the one that messed it up too, though.
Right.
You know
Right. So you had to be the person to come back.
So I was the person to come back because I was the one that messed it up too. And you know, when I came back, I was a man, more of a man, and you know, I had an idea of what type of man I wanted to be. So here we are. You know, we going on our 2nd anniversary. We've been together we've been knowing each other for a long time, but this come April will be our 2nd anniversary.
Now, when you was trying to get it back, was you outside the crib with the boom box playing her favorite song, or did you hit her in the DMs like, "Look, baby, I'm sorry."
Nah, she was dropping Scoot off to my sisters, and I had to go pick them up. But I picked them up earlier than what I said, and I was like, "You ever thought about?" Because I was kind of like newly single. Actually, like I was probably like single for about a few weeks, a few months, and I'm like, I never wanted multiple baby mamas.
Yeah.
And like, no shade to nobody else, but it's just like me personally, I noticed like those 5 years, like trying to do things for my son, how I want to do them outside of a house versus, you know, inside the house is a difference. And I wanted to like show him how to treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? How to properly love a woman.
Ooh, yeah.
So like, and I always loved Nia. You know what I'm saying? Like she really probably the only person that actually get me, like for real. Like like I could do something stupid. Or like my Facebook post, like people would be like, "Man, how did she just laugh at it?" Because she know me and she know I'm just serious. She be sitting right there while I'm posting it.
Right.
She be like, "You stupid." And I'm like, I know. But I just like getting the rise out of people.
This is something I seen earlier. It was Wallow and Gilly asked T Grizzly, "How has your woman elevated you?"
She'll run through a wall for me, for real. Ooh. Like I could tell her, like I'm always coming up. I feel like I got the best ideas in the world. She'll probably say she probably feel like I feel like that anyway. But I could tell her. I'll give you an example. I told her I wanted to do like video parodies. You know what I'm saying? Play on like celebrity. It was just some time where I was like, I want to be funny type shit. Right. And then she was like, for Christmas, she bought me a camera and all the stuff to do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because she just literally supports me. Whether she agrees with it or not, she just supports me because she loves me. So that's how she elevates me. She just support me, and I try to reciprocate the same thing, you know, to her, you know, and our, you know, dynamic around, you know, raising her kids and stuff. But yeah, that's how she elevates me. She supports me, and she gives me a safe place. Okay. You know what I'm saying? When I'm fighting the world, I can still come home. I don't got to put on no boxing gloves when I come home. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And
you spoke on it before I even got a chance to say it. Like you said, with, you know, little school having mom and dad in the household, and you teaching him like this is how you properly love a woman and stuff like that. Can you see the difference in like maybe when you go to practices or out and about? Like, dang, that kid probably don't got both kids in the house or something like that.
I don't really look at it like that, man, because every kid is different. Because when Ronnie and I, when Niera and I went together for those 5 years, you would have thought he had both parents at home. Because we are so about our kid. Like, that's what our co-parenting was. Like, we had our rough patches, of course, but like when it came to him, it was all about him. It was never no pride in a way when it came to, like, you know, Christmases. We shared Christmas, Halloween. We shared everything when it came to him because he deserves to have both parents. When he was like with me for a weekend, and he was like, "Dad, I want my mom."
Mm-hmm.
I took him to his mom,
Right.
and vice versa. It wasn't like, "Nah, it's my time,"
Yeah.
whatever. We gave our son what he wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and because he deserves it. It's not his fault. He's brought into this dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault at all. So, we gave him exactly what he wanted. You know, people like he's spoiled or whatever, but like he not. He
Right.
really not.
I'm about to say I don't see it.
He really not. But it was just like his peace of mind and his understanding of how the world works is better than always seeing mom and dad argue
Right.
about, you know, whatever our personal issues are. So yeah, so I don't really judge. I just don't. I know I took a long lap around, but
No, you good.
I don't really judge kids like that because I ask the kids how they're doing, or I
Right.
talk to them about them in school and stuff like that. Like sometimes you can really see like some kids lack a father at home, but instead of like yeah, he don't got no daddy at home, I just be like, I could be a father figure. So when they see me, they're like, "Oh, what's up, Big School?" Or they call me. Well, now I lost my identity. I'm Ronnie's dad.
And that was my follow up question. Like,
Yeah.
are you proud that he's made it out of that title of that's Scooter's son to now that's Lil Scoot and that's his dad?
Yeah. I mean, I had a kid come up to me and was like, "How you know Lil Scoot?" I swear to God, bro. It was at one of the rec games.
And you just looking like,
and I'm like,
do you not know? I'm like,
I was like, go ask him how I know him.
right,
And it was like, oh, I was like, why you think they call him Lil Scoot?
right.
And he was like, that's your son. I was like, yeah, Goofy, like.
Is it not only does he look just like me?
Yeah, like that's my kid, bro. But it was just funny. It was like, dang, I really lost my identity. And then it was like, what really like cemented it like was, we went to the Y. I had to drop something off for his school at the Y.
Yeah.
And his classmates or some younger kids in the school were walking by. And I was walking out the Y, and they all whispering like, "That's Ronnie's dad. That's Ronnie's dad."
And you just looking like,
So I'm
just
like,
call me Scooter too.
I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm official. I think I made a post on Facebook about it. But yeah, that's what it was like. Yep.
Now, even though it's still early, has there been a moment that just stands out to you like this is like one of my proudest moments of him? Like this is why I am proud to be his father.
I mean, Ronnie, he always surprises me though. Like it's not. I don't have so many moments to where I'm just excited to be his dad. And it ain't even just about sports. It's just about little stuff. Like I look back on old videos, you know what I'm saying, where when I had hard times, when it was just me and him, and he was just there. Because like they say, your first kid, you know, goes through everything with you.
Man, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And Ronnie literally went through everything, like everything with me. So I be having to remember that sometimes, you know, and thank him.
Right.
You know, because I tell him, he knows. I tell him, like I said, Ronnie, you know, you saved my life.
Yeah.
And he know it. Like now, he laugh about it. Like, Dad, you know, remember you was I brought you out of the depression or whatever.
Hi, clown on your butt. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I say, you know what I'm saying? You my world, bro. Like, you know, like you.
Yeah.
You did that. Like, I'm not gonna ever take that from you because I needed it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, I don't know where Niera head was at the time. She was probably more scared because she was away at school.
Right.
She's about to do good. She
Yeah.
was about to be in the Air Force and all that type of stuff. Was it the Air Force? It was something like that. But she was doing well for herself. But yeah, Ronnie literally like he brought me out of that. So I think I'll say that was my proudest moment because he saved my life.
Right.
You know
And then moving on to the second son, Gavin.
Gavin, that's my mini me right
there.
there.
From what I've seen on post to what you told me off camera, this man runs the house already.
Yeah, that's my mini me right there.
Dang.
He's something else.
He's not even one yet, right?
Yeah, he won.
Okay,
yeah,
he is one, and he's running the household already.
Yep. While crawling.
Crawling.
Yeah, that's it. He don't want to walk right now. He can walk. He don't want to walk.
He don't want to show y'all how cool he is, huh?
He don't feel like it's time for us to. He gonna wait to, you know, his younger sibling get home and then tell her, you know, all right, I'm walking, take the attention off her.
Right.
But yeah, he run the house. He the man right now, and he know it.
Oh dang, he know it already too.
Yeah, he know it. He know it. He be cutting into Ronnie, like Ronnie will say something to him, he'll twitch his little neck like he telling him, he'll say no right now. So yeah, he a mess. That little boy something else.
So no, what's the difference? Obviously lifestyles have changed, but what is the significant difference in, you know, raising Lil Scoot and raising Gavin right now?
Time.
Right.
Cause I got to experience everything with Gavin. With Ronnie, I was there for his birth. I was there, but I was always going back to work, and coming back and going back to work. Ronnie's first 2 weeks, first month or so, she was at home with her mom. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still getting on my feet, trying to get me an apartment, all this stuff. And so like the first month or so, it's probably longer than that, she was staying with her mom and her dad. And then I'm trying to get on my feet, so I had to go over there. All the while, her mom loves me now, so I can say this. Mom V love me now, but like we wasn't, you know, cause like it's her daughter,
right?
You
respectfully.
Know? So like, you know, she had plans for her, and you know, and I, you know, kind of altered those plans. So I wasn't her favorite at the time, and so just going into that every day versus now with Gavin, married. You know what I'm saying? We married. We in our own home type stuff. So it's like I was off 3 months. You know, I get 3 months off of work. So I was at home with him and, you know, cuddling with him and you know, feeding him and changing him, and you know, so I think I won't say the connection is deeper, I just say we got to bond more than I got to bond with Ronnie at that age. Now,
like you said, your daughter is damn near the favorite right now. You feel me? Like,
well, like she ain't they're all equally loved.
Yeah,
but like
we know.
she's the center of, my daughter's the center of attention right now. You know what I'm saying? But she'll be, when she gets older, it had to be spread out evenly. Ronnie knows though, like cause he's 12 years older than, he's 11 years older than his brother and 12 years older than his sister. So it's like, he knows, like, he's the oldest, so he's not going to get the attention that they get, but it'd be different. But it's not like, you know, it's not like one is greater than the other. It's just like different.
I probably could test it. Well, I ain't going to say myself, but you got two boys, probably the proudest moment of your life, chest poked out, like, yes.
Yeah.
Now you had your little girl, every emotion probably drained right into her, like.
Really, like, honestly, I don't know if it just not hit me yet, but like, I always wanted a girl.
Right.
I say I didn't want a girl, but like I always wanted a girl. And that could be like an attest to I'm just a big Kobe fan, and I always see him with his daughters. But I was just like, I want to always see a female version of myself.
Okay.
You know, not the wild version, but the, you know what I'm saying, like the athletic, you know, love, because you know your daughters is gonna take care of you when you get old. Man, come on. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like Gavin to take care of me. Ronnie gonna throw me. He gonna put me in old folks home.
Oh man.
Cause like, you know,
I feel like I seen him say that too.
Cause like, but me and Ronnie not close in age, but like we got to grow up together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's still growing up, but like he was 1 and I was 22.
Yeah.
I'm still a kid, so I'm still doing kid stuff. And like he got to watch me grow up, and I got, you know, I'm watching him grow up at the same time, but we growing together. So it's like a more competitive relationship between him and myself. Versus Gavin is just gonna be like, that's my dad. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Nadia, that's my dad.
Right.
So it's just gonna be like, they're gonna be able to compete with one another, but like Ronnie's more like, he trying to take the crown. Like he trying to, but she got like 20 years before he even get a chance to even. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing with me.
I know even at this age, he's very humble, but he can get feisty at times. Has he tried you yet?
As far as like
just
physically,
yeah.
No, he knows better. Like he'll play around and stuff, but like, no, he knows. He knows.
Has he ever took it too far when you had to like give him a look or just like give him a nice little choking
my voice alone, scare him straight.
Right.
But like sometimes he be trying to call my bluffs with my words, so I have to let him know. Wake him up to what can really happen.
Okay. Now, what age do you think he gonna just try to just come on, pops, let's wrestle, or he just gonna come from behind you and grab you?
I think it's gonna be like just come from behind me and type. But he trying once in a while, like play fighting. But I don't know. He might try. Like when he get about 16, 17, depending on how big he get, because he's going to be working out with Q soon. So
Right.
So he going to be, it all depends how big he get. But as he gets bigger, I'm going to be working out too.
Right.
I'm not just going to sit by and get old and fat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever have to turn on the game footage for him to just like, look, here's a reminder. If I can do this, you can do this.
I don't even let him see.
Damn.
Let him see anything that I did.
Wow.
Because I just want him to have his own mindset of what he has to do.
Right.
Not saying I did anything like super spectacular, but I did decent in high school. But I just want him to have his own, like he already created his own identity.
Right.
And he's his own person. So I don't want him to compete against me. I want him to compete against himself.
Right.
Because like I set the standard so low in high school, I want him to like exceed that. So I just tell him about my mistakes in high school, if anything.
Hey, listen, one thing, I got a quick story. I'm pretty sure you remember doing this all the time. Dude, I used to watch you do this like no other. Because we had all different lines at the cafeteria, and every now and then you would come get you a chicken sandwich.
Yep.
And you would come downstairs with your headphones on, and literally, with the deepest voice you can put on, excuse me, the man's coming through. Yeah. The guy's coming through. Excuse me, the man's coming. And I'm like, what? And I'm watching you do it like, this really works.
To move out the way.
Yeah, I'm like, this man really, he just said, excuse me, the man's coming through. And you being polite with it too. And I'm just like, everybody really moving out this man's way, dude.
I don't even know why people moved out the way.
And then that's what you said, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't even know. They probably thought I was a teacher or something. But I used to do that all the time.
Man, excuse me, the man coming through. I'm like, this man really getting away with this right now, dude.
Yeah, I had to jump that line, man. I used to take my time getting down to the lunchroom.
Right.
Then I got to get to the table because all my friends there.
So
I'm like, let me go ahead. And there was just a bunch of younger kids. So I'm like, what they going to tell me no?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to still keep going. Like, Miss Pauly fuck with me, Miss everybody. So I never got in trouble.
I've seen one person just like try to buck up against you, and it's his white kid named CJ. I don't even know where he's at in life. He was our freshman running back, like one of the strongest kids on our freshman team at the time, and that was the only person. Like you was saying, excuse me, and you tapped him to get by, and he's like, no. He had a little country act. He's like, no, and then y'all got into like a little grabbing wrestling match right there, and you was just, and then even when somebody stopped you. You so nonchalant about this. Y'all let go, and then you like kind of fix his clothes, and then pat him on his chest like, all right, and then kept it pushing. I was like, he really kind of sunned him even after that, like fix his clothes, and then it was like, it still got ahead of me.
I don't even remember that.
I'm watching.
I used to do some nut stuff, bro. Like I don't like one of my classmates, Kelly Rowland, Kelly.
I was about to say, damn.
Not Kelly Rowland, but Kelly. She used to tell me, like, in sixth period, I used to always walk in class, in English class, I used to walk in class slow motion every day. Like, every day before the class, like, right as soon as the bell rang, I'd be at the door walking in the class. In slow motion in the classes. Won't start until, like, I sit down. And I used to do it every day, and the teacher didn't ever, like why? Like, why, bro? Like, what was wrong with me? Like, I don't know why I used to do that stupid stuff, man. But I don't know. I'm class clown, man. I took that class clown stuff too serious.
Right. And this is one thing I was sitting at home thinking about, too, before I came over here. I'm like, dude, you know what's crazy? I've never heard any story that has any smut or anything negative really attached to your name. Like, how do you keep, for people that's out there or the younger generation, how do you just keep your name so clean? Because I literally hear nothing bad attached to you.
I'm a real loyal person, but like even with me being loyal to the people I'm cool with or tight with, I still initially give everyone respect before I disrespect them. Because if I respect you, you know what I'm saying? If I give you respect first and you disrespect me after that, I have the right to react the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? So if I initially give you respect and you give it back, then I don't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? And even if I'm with a friend and they have a problem with somebody else and it becomes like a group situation, I'm always going to pick a side. I'm not going to ever like I try to mediate this, try to stop the stuff first before it happens. But if it goes past that to where I can't, I'm going to pick a side.
Right, okay.
And I stand on it because I know I have a relationship with this person that's greater than that relationship over there. And, you know, it's nothing personal, but like I'm going to ride for people that ride for me because it goes back to my son. Like it's a village that raised a kid. So if I know this person loves my child and has my child's best interest at heart at all times, then this person over here, they like my kid, but they don't really know my kid like that. And they see him like, yeah, little Scoot good in sports. Keep it going. But this person over here, like, yeah, Scoot, I got you this. I'll pick you up for practice, drop you off type. You know, like that type of close relationship. Then I'm picking this side. You know what I'm saying? If it's just two people that I really don't have a super close relationship with, I'd be like, I don't got nothing to do with that. That's between y'all. I personally feel like y'all should just talk about it. If y'all can't talk past it, then, you know, throw hands and go home. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't want to throw hands, leave it at that. You know, but other than that, I don't really get into too much, man. I go home, I go to work, go home and be with my family. If you see me out, you see me with who I'm close with. It may be Ro, you know what I'm saying, or Chug, you know what I'm saying. But other than that, I don't really be out with too many people.
Yeah. Now, one thing.
Or DJ Potter too.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
my
I forgot.
Potter.
Now, one thing I have to highlight. This has happened years ago when the George Floyd thing kicked off, and they had a rally down there at the no, it's not the police station, but the sheriff's office or the jail. Yeah,
down there at county jail. Yeah.
And you made it an emphasis. You said I have to. That was the number one thing you said. I don't feel right if I come out here and I did not speak. And for those that didn't make it down there to see you speak, please tell the people why you made an emphasis to talk in front of everybody.
Because I was just like, I want people to take accountability too, because we can't blame the police for everything. Yeah, you know, or even systematic racism. We can't blame that always on the way our child act. You know what I'm saying? Like our kids should be able to carry themselves in a manner to get themselves out of situations. Yes, it's systematic racism. Yes, sometimes the police be on some bull. Yeah, but if you're doing what you're supposed to do, sometimes it can take you a long ways. But like if the first thing you do when the police pull you over and you like, what you pull me over for? Flashing it. You punk ass police. They're like some people just really trying to do a job. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that a lot of that, I learned it more like being a correctional officer. Because some days I just go in there just trying to do my job. I don't go in there trying to mess with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I just go do my job. But like some people see me as, they call me Uncle Tom, house nigga. Wow. They call me bootlicker. They call me all types of stuff. And I literally just be in there doing my job. And then they'd come back and apologize, like, bro, I'm sorry, man. I was just mad. I was going through this. I'm like, man, it is what it is. You know, just stay over there with it now because I initiated respect when I called. You know, I initiated respect and you give me disrespect back, then just stay there. That's how I am with people. So I just always want people to be accountable for how their kids act. You can't let your kid run wild and be a certain way and then get mad because they out here like kids that walk around with ski masks on all the time. It's 1,000 degrees like this past summer. It's 1,000 degrees outside. You walking around with a ski mask on.
You already look like you about to do something.
And not even that is just dumb because you just following the crowd.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just following the crowd because you want to look a certain way. You want to look like one of those people that's doing drill music. And they say like music don't influence people. And that's a lie. Man. Because like you remember that song by Drake and got the club going up on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Bro, how many people you seen going
out
on
on Tuesday?
Grown though.
Grown.
So you just think about how this drill music influence our kids.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy too.
If it won't influence them if you just let them know like it's just music.
Yeah.
This just music. Have fun with it, but it's music. Don't take it too serious. You don't have to be this person. Mm-hmm. So when I went down there, it was just like, y'all got to put into y'all kids the energy y'all put into making this rally happen.
Yeah.
For a man like George Floyd, God rest his soul, but y'all don't know him.
Right.
But your kid is right up under you. So don't just follow the crowd and do something because you want to be part of Jackson and you want to defund the police. Whatever y'all want to do. Like y'all need to put that same energy into raising your child too.
Right.
Don't just buy them Balenciagas and all that stuff and tell them go to school and expect the school to raise your kid. The school, that's not the school's job to raise your kid. It's the school's job to teach your child, not raise them to be respectful.
Right.
And so some people just got it backwards. They think material things can replace the time. I got into the inmate before about that.
Oh, about that, man.
Yeah.
And that was gonna be my follow-up question too. Like, since he's coming of that age, like maybe he could get stopped by the law or stuff like that. Are you like teaching him like the practices if he does get stopped by the police and anything like that?
Yep, I tell him you gotta be respectful. Like it's just like being respectful goes a long way, even if they're in the wrong. Mm-hmm. Sir, excuse me, sir. May I ask why you pulled me over?
Yeah.
Like that just diffuse because he may come out on edge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what type of days people having. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? His wife could have just cheated on him, and he just looking for a reason.
Yeah, he just looking
for a reason to lash out on somebody.
Yeah.
So I just take that into consideration that other people's going through other stuff too. Mm-hmm. So initially, I just give respect. I always go back to initially just giving respect. You're in a position of power. You're the police officer. I must have had a road infraction, whatever. Mm-hmm. You pulled me over. Here's my license and registration. May I go home?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Or am I being held? Like that type of stuff. That goes a long way. I got pulled over before I was a correctional officer. I got pulled over. I had, I could carry my CPL. I have a CPL, the right to carry. I had my gun on me. Mm-hmm. I had a few drinks that night. So you're not supposed to have your gun on you when you're having drinks. Forgot it was in my car.
Yeah.
So it was on me, and I got pulled over. Right. I'm scared.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I'm right around the corner from the house, but I'm like, I'm a good evening, officer. He like, you didn't put on your turn signal when you turn, whatever.
Right.
I think I ran a stop sign, something. And he was like, he said, you've been drinking, he could smell it on me. He said, you've been drinking tonight? And I was like, yeah, I had a couple drinks down there at the Chase or whatever. I was on my way home. I'm right here around the corner.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told him, I said, I do have my, he's like, well, get your license and registration. And I was like, I do have my gun in here because I have the right to carry. Mm-hmm. This is right here up under my seat right here. Can I reach for it to grab it? He said, yeah, go ahead. I said, you sure?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Double take, you sure?
Sure. He's like, yeah, go ahead. So I grabbed it, gave it to him. He looked at it, and he was like, all right, since you're around the corner, you good. You can go home.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if I would have been pissed off or, just because I feel like the police is fucking with me or something like that, no matter, it could have been a million times worse.
I'm pretty sure you played that in your head a million times.
No, it was only one way. Be respectful. Tell them.
No, I'm talking about you sitting in the car like, this could have went any different way, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Man.
Yep, that's a fact.
Damn. And
and still now, I'm all the way legit with everything. And when I see a police officer, I still look out my rearview mirror.
Man.
In nerves, hoping I don't get pulled over. And I don't know if it's just something I'm conditioned to do.
Right.
Or what, you know what I'm saying? It could be the fear of being that dad that's trying to do everything right and still get, gunned down.
Just the one mistake.
You know what I'm saying? But like, when I see somebody on a power trip, I let them have it.
Yeah.
When you're even when you're in a position of power, I let them have it because you can win this battle.
It's lose-lose.
Yeah, you can win this battle. Like me trying to have a pissing match with you, where's it gonna get me?
Nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? It really don't get nobody nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can record it, whatever, however you want to do it, record it. And, you know, all that yelling and stuff, I just keep a low tone of voice, speak to them respectfully. And when they out there acting all crazy, you know, like, why is you, what you on? Like, you doing all this for nothing. So then they partners about you. Can I speak to you then? Because he's acting irrational. You know what I'm saying? So.
And like, in lesser words, sometimes, fellas, you just got to put your pride and ego to the side, man.
Facts.
Just let it go.
It's a slippery slope. Like, a pride is a double-edged sword.
Man, is it not?
Because it's a such thing as having too much pride, and then it's a such thing as having not enough.
Yeah. And
then, like, you got to weigh it out. It's hard to balance it because it's like, you could be, like, too prideful to, like, let's say people in the streets that sell dope or whatever, and they'll be like, man, I got too much pride to work at McDonald's, so I'm gonna get out here and hustle. But then you get locked up and you got a job in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens, but it happens, bro. It legit happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got all this pride, like you shifted your focus and you trying to get this job to make it look good for the probation officer, so you can go home. Yeah. But if you would have just initially kept that same mentality out in the world, and I know people got to live and they learn, but it be repeat offenders all the time, bro. So it's like, come on, man. You really don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like. Yeah. But it's a slippery slope, though. That pride stuff is definitely a double. You know, it's catch-22 in a sense. You know, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Right. Now, seeing where you at in your life, let's say somebody on the outside looking in, they're going to look, especially today, they're going to look at your social media. Yep. 3 kids, wife, everything is probably laid out, you know, anything like almost on some movie stuff, right? Yeah. Please tell people you still have stresses and problems come on now, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, I mean, everybody. Like, if somebody tell you nothing's going on in their life, that's a lie.
Right.
Their world is fucking crumbling in front of them. If they like, you know, but they just don't want to tell anyone about what's going on. And I get it. You know, you don't want to just confide to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's the best part about having a wife. You know, a real woman that's like, you know, that's there for you as a wife.
Right.
Because she becomes your confidant. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now, anything you got going on in the world, you can come back to her. You know, and even if it's, like, something about her, I could still, you know, but I learned, like, and this is recent, like, I learned I could still go to my wife and tell her how I feel about something I don't like that she's doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's few and far in between, but, you know, like, it's not, but I'm just saying I know I can do it. Right. And vice versa. So it's just like, everybody go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I told you before I didn't want to talk about my daughter, but I talk about her. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's a preemie. You know what I'm saying? And born 22 weeks. You know, that's May 30th compared to September 26th. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know, what, 4 months? Yeah. You know, 3-4 months early. Like, me and my wife, like, we thought it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, not between us, but just like me thinking as a husband, like, how can I be there for my wife if something happens to my daughter? Right. Because women naturally feel like it's their fault when they come, and it's not. It really is not.
Not at all.
It's really not. And it's like, I can say that to her over and over and over and over, but it's not going to hit because I don't know what it's like to have a baby grow inside me and feel the baby, you know, kick and all this stuff. So I can't really speak on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they really connected with that child.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So thankfully, God, you know, blessed us, and, you know, our daughter's doing great. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, like, in May, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a time where I felt like I was going to have to choose between my wife and my daughter.
Ooh, not a good,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not a good place
so,
to
like, be. In all of that, I'm still smiling and cracking jokes. Right. But, like, I deal with issues different now. Like I don't really consider it like depressed feelings or whatever.
Right.
Like I'm more of a I'm a glass half full type of person.
Respectfully though.
So,
Yeah, that's
like,
a good way to see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more of a try to be a problem solver than dwelling on the problem.
Right.
So like if my car break down, I'm like, what I got to do to get it fixed versus, shit, my car broke down. Like, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to find a solution for things. And I'm a soft spoken person too, bro. So I'm more laid back. Like people won't even believe it. Like versus how my Facebook and shit. But like I'm like real laid back. Like my wife hates it because I don't argue.
Like I'm nonchalant about it.
I don't raise my voice.
Right.
But like that it just helps me. You know what I'm saying? It makes things better for me when I'm going through something and I can just sit back and try to figure it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus like stressing about it. Like I think the only thing, like even with the situation with my daughter, like there's nothing I could really do but pray.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was a time for me to put my time and on my faith and on my and my relationship with God, because there was nothing else. That's the only thing left that I had to do. Like there was nothing else I could do. I couldn't go in there and do what the nurses and doctors are doing.
Right.
By the way, University of Michigan has the best medical team, medical field, medical everything in the nation. Shout out to y'all, even though I'm a State fan. It's coming from a State fan.
Come on now.
But that's all y'all good at. Anyway, we just having a bad year. That's all.
That's all it is. Mel gonna reload.
But yeah, like it was, I couldn't do nothing else. So like, but it brought, like, people would think something like that will like tear a family apart, or a wife and a husband. It brought me and my wife closer.
That's beautiful then.
You know, like even the pandemic, like brought me and my wife closer.
Oh yeah, y'all stuck in the crib.
Yeah, you know, like some people didn't like it. Like we had a great time.
He said, "This is the most time I ever got with my lady."
Yeah, like we had a good time. Like and then when we weren't really doing nothing. It wasn't nothing new. Let's say that it wasn't nothing new. Like we didn't really go anywhere. We don't really go anywhere. When we do go somewhere, we go somewhere as a family, and we hang out with other families. We don't just go be with anybody. So it was just like nothing new for us. When everybody's like, the world shut down and stuff, like,
I'm chilling with my family.
All right, well, the world is the same for us.
Yeah,
we can't go to Walmart, but
he said we chilling.
But we was chilling for real. So yeah, I forgot what point I was trying to make.
Oh no, you good, brother. End this on a good note, man. Speaking to our younger generation, man, give us one piece of advice that you would give them, man.
Time is not guaranteed. So, like, live for the day, but plan for tomorrow.
Right.
If y'all get what I mean, like, so, you know, you every day you blessed with more time. Yeah. You got to do something with it, but you still got to plan for tomorrow. So don't just go out there and be a crash dummy or YOLO type stuff. Have fun, but still make sure you what Marshawn let's say, count your chickens. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your work is done, your school work. For like the younger kids, you know, have a plan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing ever goes as planned, but you need something at least to just a base, you know, some type of structure to get you where you're trying to go. You're gonna fail, but you're gonna succeed too if you stay the course. So just always, you know, don't let little, you know, naysayers stop you. If you got a goal in mind, you got a dream in mind, go for it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're in little old Jackson. You know what I'm saying? What I learned, like, traveling, people from Jackson, they say we're from Detroit, but, like, people from Jackson, everywhere we go, like, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to, like athletically. Like, I was in Illinois. I was killing some of the best players in Illinois.
Right.
Marquise can attest to this. My boy D. Scott and all them, they surprised, you know. And A. Wade, when he said he's in Iowa, they was scared to play him.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause he was like that down there. Like, whenever we go somewhere, we just, you know, we shine. So, like, that's one thing Jackson got about them. Like, we just got this fishbowl mentality when we, you know, get out of that, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because the world's much bigger than just little
So
Jackson.
much bigger, man. Way bigger.
Yeah. But, yeah, kids, though, for real, school.
Respect.
Them papers, they say them degrees don't mean nothing. They mean everything.
Everything.
They mean everything.
Well, I appreciate you. We finally had got this set up. I think we talked about this in the summer.
Yeah, it was out.
Yeah, but we finally got a schedule. You feel me? We finally got this sat down. I know some people I talked about this. They was like, "Oh, this gonna be a dope ass episode."
Yeah, it's straight.
So I'm real appreciative. You know, we finally got the schedule and got this down packed, man. And I'm wishing nothing but for not just yourself, but your family as well, and everybody around you, man. Nothing but success and wealth, man.
Appreciate
and
that.
y'all keep doing what y'all doing. It's always beautiful when y'all post up family pictures or anything with School, Gavin, you know, anybody from the fam, man. It's just always to keep seeing y'all grow. It's just beautiful, man. So
appreciate that, man.
Keep doing y'all thing, man. But we gonna get up with y'all, man. So appreciate you again, man. And we gonna get up out of here, man.
Love, bro.
Yes, sir.